Alright, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are headed up Interstate 81, gonna catch Interstate 78 and head out towards Allentown. Yesterday was about a 17-hour work day. No DOT police, internet police, don't get triggered. I wasn't on the road the whole time. So I'm lagging a little bit today, but I had something come to mind because I woke up this morning, got to sleep in a little bit, which I mean like 6:30. And I was going through my messages that I had gotten last night on Patreon. Patreon is doing very good. The people that have signed up there, you guys are asking the right questions and taking the right steps to come, to get all your ducks in a row and make sure you're going to be legal and going to be doing things from a correct standpoint, just based on my experience. So, with that being said, that's in the description below. T-shirt link is in the description below, and the daily vlog channel is in the link below. Also, I want to plug something, but it's not a paid sponsorship, but just got a new one off of Amazon, and I just used it this morning in the parking lot of a truck stop to help a fellow Hotshot guy change a spare tire, or change a flat tire and put a spare on. So I'm gonna pop one up on the screen here. It is I call it trailer tire change ramp is what I really call it, but it's this yellow wedge put under one of your tires, drive up on it, and brings the other wheel off the ground and allows you to change a tire without getting a jack out. What's up, man? How are you? Velocity 20 or something? Hotshot just beep going by. What's up, man? So, what was I saying? So the yellow wedge, you drive up on it, which helps to change just about any kind of tire. Triple, single wheel axles, you can change with that. Tandem duals, you can change with it. I think it's rated up to like 15,000 pounds. It's just easy. The guy's bottle jack, the seals must have gone out of it, so as he was pumping it, it wasn't going up. And I said, hey man, use this real quick and drive up on it, and you're in and out in just a couple minutes. So I'm going to put an Amazon affiliate link down there in the description below. I really like this one. It's lightweight and it's easy to use, easy to pull on. So go check that out, get you one. Everybody always asks what tools to get. Don't forget to get one of these. It makes life a lot easier on the road. So today, kind of going to keep this as frequently asked questions on this channel, and one is cars or freight. I want to get into Hotshot, but I don't know if I want to buy a trailer to haul freight, buy a trailer to haul cars, or I want to do both. Now there's a couple things to keep in mind, when you're getting into this, which way you should choose. Finding a trailer that can do both and do both good is hard to find. You see people out there like Toe Piglet found out that low profile, with the drive over fenders, it does each of them okay, but it doesn't do either one of them really good. So you have to consider that when purchasing a trailer. So what I always tell people is, and I'm not saying you have to do with me, find somebody who's already in the business that can give you insight on, based on your location, your home base, what is around you. See, for me here in Pennsylvania, cars are moving like crazy. They've got Mannheim, PA, obviously, which is biggest auto auction, and let alone I've got Mannheim, PA, I've got America's Auto Auction, Lancaster, which is right down the road from Mannheim. I've got, there's actually another Mannheim sublot up here on 81, about mile marker 89 or so in PA. There's that lot. What else do I have? I have a bunch of salvage auctions. There's Coparts and IAAs, probably like 5 or 6 within an hour-and-a-half radius of me. So cars are everywhere in this area, which helps to give you volume. When I hop on Truck Stop and I look for freight, there's a lot less options coming out of my area than there is cars, which I'm very glad I, chose cars. That's why I chose a trailer to haul car. That's what I knew, that's what I was comfortable with, and that's why I chose cars. So number one, you want to see what it is like in your area. Number two, how long do you plan on being out on the road? So what I mean by that is, what I have heard and seen, there's some guys that do it with freight that can be home every night, but it's tough. If you want to be home every night, you better be in a good area and you better haul cars. Hours of operation for freight, businesses are usually 8 to 5. Some of them stop receiving at 2 o'clock. Cars, you can pretty much guarantee a dealership's going to be open from 9 to 5, and most dealerships are open 9 to 8, 9 to 9 at night. So it gives you those extra hours to be able to, get your deliveries done, get your pickups done, and still get home. So it's all about home time, what your area looks like. I find I get onto, to truck stop or central dispatch in an area I'm not familiar with. It could be, an industrial manufacturing town where there is a ton of freight coming out of, but there's no cars. And for me personally, if I was in one of those towns, if I wasn't where I am in PA and I was in one of those towns where, say it's either like steel or plywood or any kind of wood or air conditioner units, stuff like that, I would maybe change my, my business model to, to be able to run right down the road and pick up whatever it is, whether it be cars or freight. Alright, so number 3 is, what's your license situation? Do you have a CDL? If you don't, do you want to get a CDL? So starting out, non-CDL, you actually have to put the other 2 factors in consideration. How often do you want to be home? And what was the other one? Oh my god. Anyways, how often do you want to be home and what's your area like? So, if you don't have a CDL, you don't want to get a CDL, depending on your area, you may be able to get away with hauling just 2 cars. Or, even this setup, you could run non-CDL with 3 cars just fine, because it's 12,480 pounds empty. But you have to take that in consideration, like, are you going to be able to make enough money limiting yourself and trying to be home every night? Like, you gotta take them all into consideration. Like, non-CDL, freight Hotshot, if you're willing to be on the road for a week at a time, perfect. Piece a couple partials together, take those small loads, maybe get 2 or 3, 4, you never know. The bigger the trailer, the more partials you can get and run cross country for, whatever, $2, $3, $4 a mile. You never know what you're gonna get. But if you had a CDL and were a Hotshot, maybe your opportunities would open up to be home and, move equipment, like, get up with like rentals, United Rentals or Rentals Unlimited or whatever the companies are, Sunbelt Rentals, and be able to move rental equipment or move containers. There's a lot of guys that I follow that all they do is move containers, and they love it. They all have tilt trailers that can put the container exactly where you want it. A lot of those guys get into actually buying and selling containers, but that's not something you're going to want to do and run cross country. Those guys are home every day. You can be running containers cross country, you're going to be getting 5-6 miles to the gallon, and you're going to end up, throwing all your profits down the drain of fuel. So just take 3 factors into consideration and pay somebody for their time. I'm not saying me. I mean, you can, but I'm not saying me. Find somebody that when you get on, Instagram or Facebook, and you see somebody that you're like, wow, that's the goal I want to get to. Say it's somebody that's running a 9 car, 10 car. and that's what your end goal is. That's what you want to do. When you see that truck running down the road, you're drooling because that's what you want to do. Take the time to send them a message, find a way to DM them, find a business email, say, hey, I'm willing to pay you for your time, but I have a few questions to ask you. As I'm looking to get into the business, you're an inspiration. If you start out with, I'm willing to pay you for your time, the guy's probably going to answer you a little better. So find somebody in the business that's going to be your end goal, and, set up for a conference call with them. Pay them 50, 100 bucks, whatever. People are going to charge you, whatever their rate is. And, have a list of questions and get as much knowledge as you can from somebody that is doing what you want to do. And then, $50 or $100 is a lot cheaper than going out and buying. Some people buy $100,000 in equipment, and then they just decide that, I don't want to haul freight, or I don't want to haul cars. Then they have to sell trailers, lose money, or they just lose interest in it all and get out of business. So trying to keep this one a little shorter, but it's probably over 10 minutes. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget all the links down in the description below, and we'll see you on the next one.